Okay, and answer that question. Now, I want you to think about the book that we've been reading out loud, Tiger Rising, has had several things repeat. Okay, she's been very specific and purposeful in the way that she's repeated things. And we're going to talk about that. And our question is going to be, is that why is she doing this? And what are the bigger themes or the bigger ideas she is wanting to express by repeating what she repeats? Okay, so the very first thing we need to do is figure out what are some things that go through Tiger Rising. What are some of the things that repeat? Talk to your. Well, no. I'll take two volunteers. Two real quick. What's one thing that we think repeats? Yeah, Rosie.
The gun case.
The gun case has repeated. Thank you, Rosie. And then just one more. Miguel.
The Sistine Chapel.
The Sistine Chapel.
Chapel.
All right, so have this. Turn and talk to your book club. What are some other things you've noticed that have repeated throughout?
I'm right here. The thing that I was going to say.
But not. Here, we'll talk about this. Okay, so real quick, just some things that I heard. I'm not going to list everything that's been repeating. Now, one thing that I do want to take note of is something that Simone said, and thank you for that. He had actually mentioned a character. We're not talking about characters, okay, just so you know. So characters will repeat throughout because they're a character in the book. But we're talking about what are the objects, what are the things, what are the big ideas that are repeating throughout. And so some of the things that I've heard, the gun case has repeated itself, the Sistine Chapel, Sistine's pink frilly dresses, all of her frilly dresses, they're not all pink, but she does wear frilly dresses. Rob's wood carvings, the idea that sadness needs to rise up because she talked about the tiger today rising on up. So this idea of rising on up. The suitcase, the rash, animals, so like the animals have repeated throughout, the tiger and birds. The cage tiger, the Kentucky star sign, the idea of cigarettes and gum, and the keys. So these are some things that have repeated, and I'm sure that there's other things that you thought of too. What I've done is I looked at what I thought were some of the major ones, and I went through and I took pictures of the book and kind of compiled some different areas where I thought they repeated. Okay, so we got stuff about, what did I do? The Sistine's pink dresses, which is this one. So dresses. This one is about, this is a big one, the rash. This one is about the rising on up. 2 times. She said it today about the tiger. She wanted the tiger to rise on up. The suitcase. don't think I got all the suitcase references. I kind of went through, got a lot of them. And then this one is on the wood carvings. Okay, so I have these 5. And I'll tell you what. Also, we have 5 reading groups, right? The only reason these are stapled together is so I could group them. Maybe I should have used a paper clip, but you can unravel these. Some of these are consecutive pages. Some of them aren't. But what your job is going to be as a reading group is to read through these examples of when things repeat and think about this. No.
Is the other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
What bigger meaning could they perhaps represent? So instead of just a rash, what might they represent? What bigger idea? Okay, what thought from your head? Instead of a suitcase, what is the idea? It's distracting. Instead of the pink frilly dresses, what are these things representing? So this is work that you're going to need to push yourself and your team to think about, because these are the ideas, like I talked to some of you, that come out of your head. She's not going to tell you in the book, oh, I made Sistine wear pink frilly dresses because this, and this. You have to do that work. So I'm going to ask you to do that work as a book club. I'm just going to hand book clubs one packet, and then we're going to take some time, read through them. You can, again, unclip the pages, that's fine. See what you see. Read through it again. Read to each other, read to yourself, whatever you feel comfortable with. But come up, what do you think the bigger idea is behind all of this stuff? Okay? And some of the packets are bigger than the other. I don't expect you to get through everything, but I do expect you to have an idea as to what she's doing. Okay? All right, so who's in your book club? Who's in Simone's book club? So once I give you your packet, you guys kind of turn toward each other and start working.
No, they're right. I have to play
If you got the thick one, that's the rash. Pink frilly dress. The whittling, the carving, the wood carving. Manolo, can you join your group? Manolo, you scoot in and look and talk.
Yes. Well, she said after.
That thing, again, that, I don't see how that's helping anyone focus on learning. Can you talk to me about how that's helping you? No. Yeah, exactly. How is that helping anyone focus on the learning? How does that help you? When it's on your face and stuff?
Yes. Yes, sir. He kept his head down. He was afraid to look up. Mr. Gilbert did his throat and scratched his head and adjusted his eyes. And then he started to talk. He was done. He hadn't done much wrong. Bob turned to Aaron and said something. Also, one of the things of paper up and put it in the water. He was the drawing of the tiger. And then finally he smiled. He smiled because he knew something was terrible. So he didn't know. He knew that his legs would never come off. He was free.
His mother read the note from the principal slowly, putting it further under the words as if they were dogs he was trying to move. Trying to be so when he was finally done, he laid the letter on the table and rubbed his eyes. He laid and sat That's you can hear me go down. No, scratch. I already told that I they won't ever leave. So he stood raised a glass and
This is a big why has she decided to have those carvings before why has she decided to have all these different carvings in his life?
Yes. Now she had on a now it was too pretty it was
As you're reading this, what are we thinking?
What are you saying? What are you saying?
What is the bigger why is this?
Acá terminó What are you doing, guys?
Okay, so let's go share. So what do you kind of said? And two maybe. So I think what are you doing?
I don't know. What do you mean?
That rubbing on
That's
right.
This is
So,
something-
I think the only blue chunk face
I think maybe he has himself.
So what do you think she's meaning by this idea of putting names in?
I think because that's not a representation of
So you're all on the rise on that one? So what do you think Willie Mays means? What's the big well, she's having Willie Mays say, so what is this idea?
I think he said like a word like you think about I just think like that's oh this didn't make open like to make you say think that's twice think of like that word highlight right highlight something it comes out like see
I can tell you right now. I don't need to go to.
But I guess, well, my question first is, what does she mean by rise on? What does that mean? When she says you need to let your sadness rise on, or that she wishes you to rise on, what does she actually mean by that? What does that phrase mean? Let it go?
You're not young enough from the
So you let your sadness go? And how does someone let your sadness, how do you let your sadness go?
like because your mother wasn't like it's super great. Like you can't say anything now for next year. I just about it.
So how does she talking about it? So maybe she's saying that for Rob to get better, he needs to talk about his sadness. Okay.
I bet
So what is Ms. Camilla hoping to teach us about feelings and sadness and why is she doing it this way?
what are you saying?
For it looks so much like her.
Let's go decide on the
With
dress.
her skinny legs,
White shoes dresses.
that he was once again, she surprised me. Like look at me a little bit. She stared at her and then he looked at her and leaned back. Can you see the She gave her a pair of pants and a t-shirt. You look on the phone together.
The difference is technically maybe the mom wanting her to be something and sister not like.
Stared at the stars.
What are some other thoughts maybe that Ms. Camilla might be showing with this dress? A lot of times we see the dress, what do we see about the skin? Bleeding, right? She has a very pretty thing wearing, but then it's torn, it's crumpled, her hand is swollen, fighting, bleeding. So she's very fierce girl being forced into wearing dresses. Why? Why? What is this? What does she mean? What does she want you to think about? You guys have the rash, right? So just pause. What do you think is rash? What is she wanting to tell us about rashes? Or about this rash in particular? What is the meaning?
I think that maybe she told that it has to let all the tigers like sadness and go away, and also here also has something about the cardboard.
Oh, okay.
And it says that he has an only wish that is to have a friend, maybe. Like, he's feeling out of sadness a little bit.
So you think the rash is connected to that idea of sadness? Right. What are you thinking about? The rising on up? So how do you connect that?
So I would love to rise up.
Ignoring his sadness, rise up, just like an okay. So I think I have a prediction that in a quarter point of the book, we
Definitely see this thing about sadness, and maybe because he's not dealing with it, it's kind of showing itself in some form or another. I wonder why he killed the rat. I wonder why. All right, 3, 2, 1, and 0. We're gonna pause here so you get to do some work, because our share is going to be longer as well, because I will be finishing the book today. Okay, so you're not going to have much time to work. So, what are we going to do? It's 11:40. I will probably need probably noon. So you'll probably only have about 20 minutes to do work today. If you are wanting some feed forward from me about the work that you're doing, specifically around characters, definitely turn something into me today so I can give you some feed forward. I'll do that during I have my Stuco meeting. After that, I'll eat lunch and look at it, and I can give you some feed forward before you go home, because we do have our reading assessment tomorrow. So if you want some things to think about, I will definitely give you some if you so choose. So when brain break starts at 12:10, if you hand me something for me to check out when it comes to your work with reading, please do that so I can give you some feed forward. If you want to. Okay, so again, you're only gonna have now about 18 minutes. So we're gonna come back at noon, and I will finish. It's not brain break, it's reading workshop time. It's time to read.
Can we read outside?
No. Because I have never seen a class successfully read outside before. It usually turns into a bunch of people talking. Not today, no. When it's nicer out, maybe. Not today.
Nice.
No, it's not.
It's really nice.
So you get 16 minutes now. Go. Let's go. Work.
I have an idea. That every day, only 4 people can go outside.
Yeah, no, not right now.
Porque el aire es tóxico. Si te duele la piel. Que é tóxico? No.
You're saying your slime is toxic? Greg, are you saying that slime is toxic?
No, but if you eat it.
Okay, if something is toxic and you keep it on your skin for a long period of time, you will have problems with your skin. It will enter your body.
I don't think he's toxic. No.
So what you say? Mine is made with oil.
Oil stops it.
It doesn't mean it's made with oil.
Yes. Super oil.
That is just a joke.
I don't know. I think it's effective.
Once the victim, the red ring grows around it, it becomes redder and redder around the cut. It spreads. And that means it's infected.
Selfies, they have oil. Disco dating my clothes? No. Come.
Tastes nice.
Gentlemen, can I help you with something?
No,
You sure?
we were talking.
Yeah. So you obviously don't, at some point, you haven't internalized what it means to be in reading workshop. What it means to go from the learning area to reading. So you haven't developed that habit. How can I help you? Yeah.
But just ask you. I read about animals.
I didn't ask you if it was possible, not actually check. What's the harm in check? Wash it with some water, or all you're gonna do is trap bacteria in there and you will get.
So. Yes. So. What happened?
I think he left this outside. No, yesterday. Yesterday, I went to the river. It was Monday.
Yeah, sure. I don't know, I haven't seen. Want to try? Make sure it's from super dry. All right, so I'm going to ask you to pause here, come back, sitting in your book clubs. Please don't put anything away. I will be collecting whatever notebooks you use for learning and reading. So you don't need to put anything away, and like folders and stuff. So just have that with you. Huh? It was only like 15 minutes, if that.
Wait. Where do I put those?
Yeah, if you have something that you want me to look at, star it or turn it in or do something like specifically. But if not, I will be looking at your learning and your reading notebooks.
Mr. Land, what day is today?
There's always the date up on the board, so I'm not going to tell you. I forgot to.
Now we go to primary.